Nsia ye mamunyina chen emmakwaba edemba Owia kasamfonyi so ebra so no pa no nsia obenim bosom de to so no mu mfichampem yenu ene yadunu nsia ne bosom miensam ye de ba na ye de ebesom www.owiatv.com sa enso na Owia TV official ewo TikTok Owia TV Facebook Owia TV eno so ewo YouTube bomodern na follow e na share na like na fo adwen change na afato ase emaye ene anopain some de somono de ejimu akotin bi eni se edom kuma kandi for Oman Ghana mrache bedwafie se wono an wokan we de wo pa achewo entra wotwaye edito bambo adwumaku no so
Professor J na opokwa ageman wono na yama panyin abede chode futuo akwa amadisuafo wo man mu se wo mfa nsiyo ene afesuban papa enka enwumasua pa ho
Mampanyin John Dramani mama aka ede ache Caribbean countries anase aman wodo se wono mfo mutam ema woni tamano na afi wono nko empatentrene
Omanhene tabufo ede ababatu dwas wo hwe February bosomeni mu a infreshi hunsam eba fom yie pa
Rosake ene aban eho ensensem no sai ena akwakosie dia na womoka yede munchemu ebebremo
Every one so ayebekọ akofodua presence honso ena mpanyimfo dwumadie bia omode hyehye so justice for all program akoso amaye kasai eneduafo edu enum omayiwo mo so omunkofi
ena ka we ho ayaye ne se kase de besomo anopai simabe se dunu a edi enima kenkanfo ye me abusua pani owusu aduomimene
Ajiwa nyako
ena se no bi enkwai emfama emopafie premium eni super premium rice abono de aba sa enso na dwabi rural bank munyina eka ho eni ede kase ba ententem so a yenhyase na yenchiremu ewo honomo nano ada Oman Ghana mrahye bedwafie ena Alexander Afenyo Markins donkuma no wono ekandifo sorry gina ya no ochiremu saba odwumaku enwuma wono fam mrante ene maba wo Ghana ha keta hye prane kankan bi abamu omugusu hwem krogen se de saman ne tamfu nso ene wantansa no bebo de asem ketwa na ne enim se wo be man ko gina ne namro so abra wono ye se privilege committees ai wono ewo Oman Ghana mrahye bedwafie wonko cheche ni nsemu ni ade nanso watumi enyina amene wasore no Oman Ghana mrahye bedwafie se wosre ekrase waka enso onwe wono a na okoka na asem nanso wono mo emfa nche no
Yesterday, Mr. Speaker, we've had sufficient discussion on this matter, and I would want to state categorically that contrary to the impression he had, that I specifically made allegations against him which injures his reputation, Mr. Speaker, I would not do that specifically. My concerns reflected so. It is hereby accordingly withdrawn, and Mr. Speaker, as colleagues, when a member feels strongly about a statement which is unintended, the right thing to do is to withdraw and apologize to him. Mr. Speaker, I proceed to do so, and to assure him that concerns that would arise out of any matter shall be properly brought to his attention. But on this matter, as I've said before, I will repeat it for Hansa, that anything related to him or his ministry is withdrawn.
Say eka nentina na aka anentuo na owura Mubarak Muntaka Muhammad aswanse mrahye medwani wonna woye osofo hwe fisem ensem so na ebo no ho enintino wono nso esori na namro so se ninua Alexander Afenyo Markins huni o kan no hu se nukure bia anim ni ade enti afede wo twe de asan ya wono so ne wan bo oje mu na wahye mrahye medwana asre wono se wono mpepa no mo mfamfiri wono mo abakwasem mu
or your action to be misconstrued and be labeled differently from the intention that you have, especially when it's connoted with criminality and heavy wrongdoing. Mr. Speaker, I've had a great privilege of serving in leadership in this House, probably with a greater respect and with all humility to my colleagues. For those of us sitting in the chamber now, I have served in leadership longer than anybody. and I'll be the last to thwart efforts of leadership in trying to help run this house, except to say that, colleagues, remember most of the times I keep saying, please, let's respect each other.
Menya dia maya madwin na asema bo madwin pose me bibia amana ha o man Ghana mrahye bedwen nanso dia na da bia me kan se ye besre ye nuanu ewo man Ghana mrahye bedwen fie ye mu ye ho ne ye mu bubu ye ho ne ade anan no na achiame hina na ote adwam ononyamfo benadanyanfo wono nso ahye man Ghana mrahye bedwan wono mu a wono di mu akote se obesre we de ne ye wono hwe na wono mpepa afei ensema ankode ekoda ne privileges committee na wono matena se ahwe nso wasa atwe asan.
Members, following the retraction and apology by the minority leader of those statements made during the State of the Nation address, and also following the acceptance by the Minister of Interior, I would order that the referral to the Privileges and Immunities Committee for examination, inquiry, and reports is accordingly withdrawn.
Yera Bernard ahiafo na yeteni nken
Jumedie bi akoso na jumedie no the President's Independence Day Award Ceremony we no panyifo yi e de asibo se adesuafo a omukotena se etro BC so hwe no wo mo ebo mo homoden e wa ban school ene afa yankwankwa schools ahodo no Ghana fa na nyina ene wo mo yi adesuafo aduonum 52 ene wo mo hye omani munyam ebo mabaso a na eyefe pa enye asep keto na jumedie na se Vice President Professor Jane na opokwa jiman ekoye okokasa ye tu adesuafo ifo se baabi omedri eno nchese abo mabaso nto mo musim nyu mo de baabi omokwa no kura denche baabi omofiri bananu nti wo mo fa ensiyo ene afa suban papa enka adesua pa ne ho na etumi muana dache omonwasua honsam so mo enko omanim na afa so oman ne kyekyereɛ no enye se de bia aban ne nko na wo so ye bibi sa aban ne bɔ ne ho modern na temamufu ankasa enso enda suban pedi emmoa emma amamo ne nkoso a emmoa mo oman ne kyekyereɛ no enye yentu de adesua na se afutuo soroko ena akɔ ediama adesuafo aduonum 52 no a wo mo enya abasobode ewo dwumade no ase no Professor Jane Nana Opoku Achem.
I congratulate you especially. Your discipline and perseverance have brought prestige to your homes, your schools, and to this country. I urge you to use this momentum to pursue greater responsibilities and achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's Independence Day theme, that is building prosperity, restoring hope, is a call to action to all of us, especially our young people. Prosperity is not built by infrastructure and policies alone. It is also built by law-abiding students and citizens who understand that personal conduct has national repercussions. We have seen troubling developments, including reports of exam malpractices in some schools, vandalism, and increasing disrespect towards school authorities and rules. Only a small percentage of our youth engage in these behaviors. However, they risk undermining national progress and sending the wrong signals.
Excellency Professor J. Nana Opoku Achem.
My your friends St. Kitts and Nevis, one of man so for a friends Torrance, Michael Drew, Wabomode, Ama Waba Besra May, a one when a bra, one more Emma Quaba, and a Ghana man Penny John Dramani Mama, Ede Eto, Nenimo se, one no, ne mines a year St. Kitts and Nevis, and a Afi, a Caribbean, Jamaica, Nomini Haiti, and a Afi Guiana, Nomini, a mile Dromocahono, woman answering for one to my Emma, my Ghana, and only be mine, now one nkodin emfa pattern trend ni nyina ene se emire bi sade abrofo Europe man ne America man ye be fa ebibi man ne aman bi num no mu fa ye mpanyimfo do mo koye adwumatwenfo no ebra so se wo se ye pe attentrene na eno na Ghana mampanyini edeto nanim se
the artificial mental and economic barriers that long separated Africa and the Caribbean must give way to bridges of trade, mobility, knowledge exchange, and cultural renewal. In this regard, Ghana strongly supports the renewed momentum between the African Union and CARICOM to deepen structured engagement between our two regional blocs. Political solidarity must now be matched by economic integration. Expanding the African Export-Import Bank, Afri-Exim, into the Caribbean is a bold and strategic step towards unlocking trade, investment, and financial cooperation across the Atlantic. Our responsibility as leaders is to mobilize our people around a unifying vision, one that secures dignity, prosperity, and global respect for people of African descent everywhere in the world.
Panyi John Dramani mama menaso a was fin champion mienu ani dungotwini mu Ghana ani St Kitts and Nevis ekwa apam a ye ma kwanye na mienu no obi a wo tu kwan e de free baako so akoba akoso no enkrata asemo ne ade no ebe kama pa wose braso se wose omo sa hyem kinase ne ebe beboa ama adwade ayonkofa ene eye akwansra enso etimi etumpon
Omanyi kontabofo Eden Sembia baba tudwa Eden.
Pleased to announce that Ghana and St. Kitts and Nevis have agreed to extend our 2018 visa waiver agreement. This was previously applicable to holders of only diplomatic and service passports. Now this extension of the visa waiver includes holders of ordinary passports. This practical and transformative step will significantly facilitate tourism, trade, business exchanges, and people-to-people connections. We'll also continue discussions on structured labor mobility arrangements. Ghana is prepared where appropriate to support St. Kitts and Nevis with skilled professionals, including nurses, teachers, and other technical experts, while ensuring mutually beneficial frameworks between our countries.
Abzafo Ghana mampanyi John Dramani mama ena yetini nkano.
Yentwa so na yonko eni me kasebo ni mo man ko tabufuo Ede Sembia baba tudwa ede afa inflation ne ho yenim sabosome bia eya no bebu ekire oman no ba bia esika sem ne inflation ne ho nsem no akwakodu na January bosome no omode baba tudwa se inflation no ekokodu 3.8%. Na February dey no omode aba hwemu a bosome a etwa mu dey no de toto January dey no ho a echese bosome we so asan aba fom pa aba bedu 3.3% a eno eye nsem a omanyi enkontabufo ede aba betudwa no mabubu mu a kirekirem se wo hwe enuane ene afei anonom de ayenom de emro no a eno ne nko ano ba fom a ebedru 2.4% eye bosome February no a etwa mu no na de toto January dey no na 3.9% echese February dey etwa mu no aba fom pa na afei niema eno so enye enuane no eno so de emu peja ye ekọ 4.0% January no na 3.8% na se no so peja eno no nsem omode ababa betudwa no ma chechirem de akire Ghana for se de emubuye no esi etie.
Disagree with the proposals to establish the Controlling Accountant General as an independent or high
The Consumer Price Index, or the CPI, for February 2026 stands at 264.4, up from 255.9 in February 2025. This translates into a year-on-year inflation rate of 3.3%. This means that, on average, prices are 3.3% higher in February 2026 than they were in February 2025. Now, this is a 0.5 percentage point down from the 3.8% inflation recorded in January 2026. It is a 19.8 percentage point down from the 23.1% inflation recorded in February 2025, that's a year earlier. And it also marks the 14th consecutive month of decline.
Omanhene Yaw Adu Dr. Alhassan Idrisu.
Constitution Review Committee Equatrasie na womunsem omode betu dwane bi ene se yemodin na Controller and Accountant General Department wo maso no ene ne ho ente ne ho emfamfiri asoya omhwe oman Ghana sikasem so meche Finance Ministry denso no yenuanom a won Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana Krosake ayen sentrofo nhemu e de ato dwase da bi ebema ne ma kra ye kesene ni andra wo mu hu ne ma wo so wo mo yo wo mo ye de kote wo mo yesi dwono no yenyo ne saa enya ade a wo mo sei no wo mo ne saa CRC fui eye adwen.
Independent Constitutional Office. The mandate of the Controller and Accountant General Department falls squarely within the mandate and functional oversight responsibilities of the Ministry of Finance. The CAG operates as an implementation agency of the ministry in executing government accounting, ensuring payments control, and performing treasury management functions. As part of the executive machinery responsible for implementing fiscal policy.
Any podcast say I for at the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana Krosake Ora Bampo Ado.
Yes, also your call a venue for program be our mode abana program no ebaye ewo emfimpino ene enso 2007 and a venue for a launch a program at the Justice for All program na se brano epenyifoko prisons ahodwa no na judge ni akwa kotene mu no ma hwensem bi wo ho a omubedie na omu omutibe yeye no yayi wo mo ama omo ekofie dwede bi akoso ewo kofodua na duafie na eho nsoso na cases aduasa bako na wo judge a wono ekotena asem ne so no okotena ase wokodi sa asemi we justice adema court of appeal no ode akua sewa asare boche wono na wokotena asemi so a wokodi sa ensem aduasa bako no mu wieye no na chese emu edunum na ne duafiefo no wo muti yeyi a yeja wo se hure wo nko wo fie na ne sisma che bei wo kodi afofida papa no ewo wo efie na ye wieye na justice akua sewa asare na yedi nkomo achemu dienti a wo etusa na mo.
We have progressively improved since then. At the time of the inception of the program in 2007, the total prisoner population was 13,800, out of which 4,218 were remands or pretrial inmates, constituting 30.57% of the total prisoner population. This high remand population contributed substantially to the then acute overcrowding in the prisons, which stood at 72.41%. It is refreshing and my pleasure to announce to you that as of yesterday, the 2nd of March 2026, data from the Ghana Prison Service Records Unit indicates that the total inmate population is 13,620, which comprises 1,745 or 12.81% remands and 11,875 or 87.19% convicts. Over the last 19 years, the program has impacted on the remand population in the prisons, bringing it down from 30.57% to 12.84% currently. We can attribute this marked improvement to good collaboration and capacity building of criminal justice institutions, that is the judicial.
Na wono woye juma e wo court of appeal wono kotena mo the Justice for All program na akofodua ene duafie yi ene duafo etonum
yen fe ni enchemu e wo doma ahinkro arewo sam afiri wa beka yensa echemu eda bi se de eja asi etomu e wo honomo na wono hwe ani hu se dum jadwumako ebetimi de basahare so no maba no mabebo omodum no no sa be se bosumi miensa ni ka wono ka friends fire tender wodoma ahinkru ho no finish yesi ne eno ano no esi won ma anya adwuma bi mu eno ntina wo seteme amufo na mo na en wo mo bra wo di wo mo opuwie se ne be wo betimi afa so na wo modum ejaye na ukọ doma ahinkro wono ma DO3 in his adwase wa wono ni dumja adwumakuo no panyina wotua no e wo no de atodwa se obese se edumre bi etiseye na ya temamufo mommodin na wo monto wo mo kwan wo mo peso wo faso na wo dumja na afei nhwemu aba betodwa animanimu ya de wo nsa aka ne chema air condition bi a kwan wo mo faso na wo mo edi ebo ho no wo manfa ahomapa ene yeye no eno ne nam so e ma sa wini esiye
Sia no utie nkomo a ekoso a yenga say a definite way but say endure obi be hye air condition bi ofia and obi hu say before jane be ba na hu sie kakra free asinim AP nti o prompt e omokra say as a jabi free asinim bi nti o mo hwe but as o man pay attention before a saw net na a wadan na chi no like I say yanga san so ye investigation na ye hwe ye beye na ya hu adekore ko so ye ba se sie de otie nkomo a wonna nipa de mu na tie nkomo mu di a na ye esi na andra omo suspect say andra nipa no be hye esi bi ahoma bi na nye standard anasa na ahoden no eboro nhoma no so ntie ne ma eja na ba
Amufo de adisede de ato aban panyimfo ankrenkren won mo ka bi wom so mbesre se do ma yinkro pa na tender na se fire tender ba akopɛ asase ye de ehun bɔ ha ne panyimfo mre mo nsra bɛm
Jane Shasha say treno senka ya de say nanka I fire service for more car ni ejuma anka mi gidi senka yetimi dum ne ntem ba mebo ntem ha ifo abaso pa mo aya de obi aye na fam de ba ese mesre se ni die mu a ka nanka say no say ye kra na eso be kra na say e foforo mpo na o si nya because we nya first time jato ba bia na ahye if he say ye ni ayi adibia ye didunja nti we dia de sre de ye sre because say o sha obi ajapade pa na ekoi mi gidi passes na nka se ka ne ye adwuma nka ebi e be se kra ntimi nduru senti
no se mun kan champion for mu dwa asase na ma omo a omo hu sibi on besi asifie ma kwa space mi mede dem e se obi a hu ni se obi asini fie a wode wo tu eno ne min kan se hwehwe ani ma na se de ai kuranfo be wura ofie be wura wo
be de bu ofu pa efi amusi amoto fasuo fa ho no wase no ye nhwe ni ma na ase den ahwe ye fa na ase ni bi emfa nko mo pa fie na premium and super premium rice no wode jambi so ya bin oil de aba ya mi tomato paste nti wigina ho no wanya wanwa no wanya wontosi no wanya mo de opeso de yobia no na watumi e de akwakoye enti mo amoto nnuane ni mo workshop awodro ampesa mo de mo enso egum no na ese no anu efie nso de na eye eno anu no edum ye ben oyepa fm sa enso enapatase yene achemfo hotel edi hwe ni maremfi se enkran media Pass and Gardens junction hono ma won sabe kan ya no afre 0244615117 na onim panyimfo edi nkita ho yenko dwabin rural bank na yenko ma wo mo piafo mfi aduana ba akuni na omo gye omo namro so aye sika dwuma basobode de chenjenche na omo sebra na akwanya no won mo biem dial star 389 star 984 hash na to wo share ewo efie obeye share wo da na wabeka ho abasobode bebre ni niema bebre ene wo ma scholarship no nyina eka ho ewo afi fixed deposit 3 months 6 months 12 months no ene ebewa ama osika no ebenya mo ho ene niema awodo adwabinra bank ebie won makwa ba mu a wo mo ne wo madwadifo ene o manga na nyina edidwa ya no afre wo 0242387498 ewo ehonomo adwa yempon
Kasia bono ye de si hase mu na si de manu suma adwumaifo nyina akoko agyanto ewo ho enafi akosua somo enso ewo ho MCR Obaya Grace ewo ho Simon ewo ho na yaw enso ne hwe nka ne ho nsem ede maye na akoya ya abonidi
Alfred and I say
Alfred na mo frɛ no ka nickname bi
Sabuzi
nyabuzi
ani epon yenko
omo nyina hye ho agya omo ka ho bi na kasebo yetumi ede ebesomo yesamfo nso yera asante yeboa Benedict one so kasebo so ede so ma ya yenso yede besomo anopa ya kenkan fa wote yenka me ajwa nyako abro no ma me ni nua be
abusua pani Owusu Aduomi Owia Ade Kyeɛ Omanhene Yaw Adu-Boakye eto aso de abamo